Come on, I'm a star, baby. Any one of these ladies would love to get with all this.
This is an after-school program podcast.
What key are we in, G?
They practically giving GoPros away. They practically.
They're begging you to
If
buy.
you do anything in film, lower that microphone a little bit, PD. We can't see your face.
Oh, sorry.
How you doing, brother? Don't hit the guitar either, man. First time? Come on, dude.
No, I'm the co-host of this podcast. This isn't my first time.
How are you doing, PD?
I'm dying. Currently.
Yeah, you had a little COVID scare, right?
Yeah. Still having it, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. Well, welcome to Church Stories Podcast, the podcast that exists because you laugh the hardest. Say the line, PD.
I don't know the line.
Oh, sorry. A little bit. Sorry, my co-host has a little bit of amnesia. You laugh the
COVID
hardest
brain.
when you're not supposed to.
When you're not supposed to. Of course, I knew that.
And when are you not supposed to laugh, PD?
At church.
Exactly. You got it. You got it.
Nailed it.
That's the that's the opening slogan of the show that we both know so well.
Yep. Every week.
I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Shama, and I had surgery on my left eye. And
That's right.
if you're watching this, I'm wearing shades, and I'm going to take off my shades so, Chase, you could see how my left eye looks.
Okay.
Do you do well with gore?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, cool.
My name's PD, though.
Oh, wow. Hey, PD. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. How gnarly does my eyeball look?
It looks like someone punched you in the face
God.
really
Yeah,
hard.
It looks like,
What-
yeah,
what
when I'm
kind
with
of
Grace out in
surgery?
public, it looks like my wife just beats me. And I'm like, no, I'm fine. I wear shades like an old maid,
So,
like an old 50s maid.
What'd you have surgery on?
I had I had really bad double vision for a long time, for a couple of years now, and honestly, like, it affected on sometimes when I'd see myself on camera, I could tell that I was just looking a little cross-eyed.
Oh, okay. So
And-
you're like, we gotta get that fixed.
My agent was like, darling, sweetie eyes,
You're
I can
never
give you
gonna-
the world, you're never gonna make it.
How am I going to get you on HBO when you look in two different directions?
How are you gonna be in God's Not Dead 4 when you can't see God's Not Dead 1, 2, and 3 straight ahead?
God healed the blind man. He'll heal you too, brother.
So I had really bad double vision, told my eye doctor, and he was like, brother, you got esophoria. And I was like, what does that
course.
mean? And he was like, your left eye looks inward some, and they should be looking the same direction. Your muscles just got tired, I guess. So he recommended surgery.
Word.
I went on Thursday. And
Yeah,
so
I
they
saw where
just,
you posted the picture with the eye thing.
So they cut the inside. I don't vlog, man. Yeah, I don't vlog. I'm not gonna be like, what up, guys? They're about to go under. They're about to put me under right now.
Sup,
Eye
Lil
surgery.
gang?
What up? What's up? Smash that merch. Smash that subscribe button and the merch.
Start selling Shama with one eye logo shirts.
So they so surgery that happened. Basically, you have like 6 muscles on your eyeball, or on each eyeball, and they cut one, and they just go, hey, we're gonna pin you a little further back so your eyeball looks straight.
Interesting.
And my eye is gonna look blood red for like 6 weeks.
Wow, yeah. Got any videos planned for the next 6 weeks?
Not for the left side of my face.
Get my good side.
And I'm like, no, seriously, I only have one good side. Introduce yourself, PD.
My name's PD, which of course stands for Paula Dean.
Yes, of course.
I've been growing my hair out for a while, and I'm a comedian.
Okay.
And we just got over Mormon November, which I created.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
And I'm currently on my deathbed.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go ahead and how creepy would it be if we just went this whole episode?
PD texted me and he said, "Hey, don't bring it up."
So, guys, I'm sitting across from Chase. This is the first time I've done a church stories without PD.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
he's done one without you, right?
And I've done one without him, just like a solo one. But this is the first time we're like, no, I'm changing it up. I'm gonna bring somebody in.
So if I do a good job, am I like the reserves now?
Yeah. You're the guest PD. That's the title that PD mentioned. Guys, PD had a COVID scare via his girlfriend, Lauren
who's on the show a lot.
Been on the show
which
a lot.
I know.
Yes.
Of course.
And Lauren somehow got COVID from somebody, and Lauren and PD on a relationship, so naturally you share everything.
Yeah.
Including a viral disease.
Yeah.
Somehow. And so PD got tested.
When I had COVID, my girlfriend didn't get COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
Did y'all hang out at all?
No, I was at school.
Okay. Maybe that's why.
And when I thought there might have been a chance,
Yeah.
I locked myself in my house.
Yeah.
So-
Your house or school?
My house at school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just kind of like, guys, fellas.
Dude, well, someone in my house gave it to me, so we all had it.
So
Yeah.
how long were you, did you have to quarantine for 10 days, 14 days?
We did. It was the school requires 10 days.
Yeah.
I think the state or whatever requires 14. But I did 14 days.
Man, I thought I had COVID here for a second. Then I didn't. I was like, I took the thermometer and I was like, okay, I don't.
Not my thing.
Not my
thing.
asthmatic, all right? I didn't,
Yeah,
it's not,
bad,
maybe. But then I didn't, I did all the little tests and whatnot.
You
and
did
I'm
a
like,
test to be on set for that So Crispy video.
yeah, that just dropped. Something they were both in.
Yeah, we just were in a video.
Yes. Yes. So we were in a thing for So Crispy Media. They do a lot of VFX, and those guys are based in Greenville. So that was super cool to be a part of. And you were also in a short film that Robert wrote and directed.
Yeah, I'm here to plug it.
Yeah.
My fridge is haunted.
I thought it was called Haunted Fridge.
I believe it's called My Fridge is Haunted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what it says at the end of the video.
Oh, gotcha. I feel like I've seen a lot of versions of it. The title.
Yeah,
where
it changed a lot.
You were in a few videos over a weekend, man. We had Chase-a-mania. I was not as prominent as you. We did. You were in My Fridge is Haunted, and then So Crispy Media's Stick Figure Wars.
And then we released Church Card.
Finally, Church Card is out, guys. We had Ken Hagerman on and we talked about it, and then we've had you on since we've created Church Card, right?
Twice,
and we talked about it.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk. We're like, we're working on something very special that you're only gonna love, and it's out now for the world. Church Card. You led the writing or the adaptation of a blog from Ken Hagerman.
The first time I ever did anything like that.
Yeah, it's
For
fun, man.
an audience.
And you killed it. You killed
Thank
it.
you. It took a few tries.
Well, honestly, nothing's ever done.
Yeah.
We added more jokes in post. You know what I mean?
Dude,
So it's like
except
nothing
for
ever done.
Pentecostal, that was funny, man. I had someone DM me and said, "I just want you to know I'm Pentecostal." And I thought it was hilarious. And I was like, that could have gone a completely different way. The comments.
Yeah.
Did you see the big rant that dude
I did see a rant. I was on the Deuteronomy's page. Yeah, I saw it.
Rip.
Yeah. Look, man, I think I've read so many comments. You know what I mean?
It's my favorite.
It's my thing, but every now and then I wrote a thing where I wanted to tweet it a while back, but I never have. But I'm like, you can't. I've been on YouTube since 2012. Nothing anyone says can offend me. All right. Yeah. I've heard it all, racial slurs, freaking lack of skill and talent. I've heard everything. So somebody now with what about you're gonna put me down with one comment? I've read hundreds of comments, mean comments over the past 8 years, man. Catch up.
When I did I Am Fourth with you guys, that was the first time I'd been in a video that got more than 1,000 views. And I read all the comments, and they were all so positive. And I was like, I bet they'll all be like this.
You read a couple.
And then we did, what was it?
So Crispy, or was it?
We did another one.
Pastor Puppet?
Pastor Puppet.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, hold on. I don't like that.
Yeah. People get super, but I think it's par for the course. Yeah. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that. What is that? Did I use that term correctly?
Yeah.
Sure.
Par for the course.
Par for the course.
It's a golfing term, but I've never played golf.
Me neither. It's
the par for the course.
It's a par for the course.
Sometimes
golfing
life hits
people.
The ball.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're gonna please don't tip. They're like, I can't believe this podcast. But PD had a COVID scare, I was saying. So he is self-quarantining. He had a rapid test today that came back negative.
Oh,
so but he has a real test. Like a COVID test. It's not. It's like a driving test, or a COVID tester goes, all right, cool, do a 3-point turn, and
wait. So is the rapid test not like a real test?
Well, he said the rapid test isn't as reliable
as
the real 3-day test. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
But like his girlfriend had tested positive.
Yes.
Then he's got it.
See, that's the thing. My neighbors had COVID. Like the guy had COVID. The husband had COVID. And the wife and like his daughters didn't. Yeah. And we asked the lady, we're like, so you like, is he like locked in his own room? She's like, no. No, maybe she's Hispanic. We were like, ma'am, y'all like, what do y'all do? Like, y'all what's going on? She was like, no, my husband has COVID and we didn't get it. And we're like, bet, Carolina. Is that dude? My luck. My neighbors are gonna listen to this podcast. They're sweet neighbors, though. I've got the best neighbors.
They have a nice
beautiful
house.
dog. Yeah, they've got a really nice house.
You have a nice
really
house.
Nice dog. I mean, it's a house.
I like your house.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks. When people get inside, they're like, "Oh shoot!"
It is a lot bigger on the inside.
Yeah. I can't wait to move, man.
Is that in the works?
Yeah, we're gonna move next year
because of the baby.
Yeah, because of the new baby, and then also just it's time. So we could have moved when I still had a job when I worked at a production company, just because I had I had 2 years of basically tax records. But then so I like a mortgage lender was like, dude, just hold on to your job and I can get you a house. And I was like, no, I'm going to quit and start a company. And he was like, I can't get you a house for another 2 years now. But, the company hasn't sank even through a pandemic. So, it's worked out.
So your company, is that after school program?
So my company is like Rama LLC, but it does business as after school program. Okay. So it's like, I put all this stuff like under the company per se.
Right. Because you have to do like freelance work.
Yeah, I do freelance work. So that's like my bread and butter. But, but all this other stuff. Gig. Yeah, it's just kind of like I can, buy / I don't know, insure a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Through like this camera and that
brand
camera,
new video switch
and that camera. Yeah.
So
we going crazy, man. We going crazy. Yeah, do you like that?
I really do. It's a lot nicer than one we have at my university.
Yeah, I put the GoPro way up there.
I like it.
I'm going to cut to that one in post.
Yeah, you need to get it where someone just sitting here and just switching it, so that way you don't have to edit it all later.
My brother, who is the silent associate producer, the SAP of this podcast, silent associate producer. Asylum. He's the asylum. Yeah, my brother's in a what is it called suit? What is that called?
A straitjacket.
A straitjacket somewhere in a prison.
Just pushing the buttons with his nose.
Yeah. Shouts out to Phil.
Wait, hold on. What's his full name?
My brother's full name is Eli Fadili. That's his first name. Yeah.
Because there's no way you're Shama and he's Phil.
Dude, my full name is Eli Shama. My real name is Eli Shama. But yeah, he was telling me, he was like, you need to get a producer. And I'm like, buddy, it's so hard to triangulate PD and I schedules, let alone a guest. Yeah. We're not getting a fourth person in here. Yeah. What'd you just catch?
There's just hair in the air.
Just a fuzz? Just a floating fuzz?
Oxygen pollution.
So, okay, let me figure out. Okay, did we set this podcast up correctly?
Check.
Chase is in. PD's sick.
He tagged me in. I'm his tag team partner.
You're the guest PD.
Right.
I don't know how many more guest PDs we're gonna have, but the show must go on. I was like, why don't we just put up an Instagram post like, no church stories this week. Deal with this, suckers. But we're doing it. Deal with it. We're gonna read an email.
Do you think people would be upset?
Nah, man, we got really good fans. We've taken hiatuses before.
Yeah, y'all took like a year off once, right?
Yeah, I think we did. It was like 4 or 5 months, I think.
Yeah, it's a year. Yeah. 4 or 5 months in showbiz, baby.
The showbiz, baby.
Listen, if you're not on screen every month, you ain't been on screen for a year.
Well, honestly, like I think we've done that a couple of times, and we'll just go like Pete and I are like, oh, yeah, like
new season.
What new season?
Yeah.
Did y'all enjoy that
season? Start posting the recaps.
New guys, look out for new season 3. Like what? They just disappeared. These guys just quit the show for a bit.
The most inconsistent season numbers. Season 1 was 45 episodes. Season 2 was 12.
Yeah. You're like, well, the producers, the writing staff kind of lost it.
The asylum producer.
So the asylum. So we yeah, man. I mean, honestly, more than anything, nobody's paying for this show, right? Like it is like a labor of love across many fronts. On every par of courses, So, we love everybody and we're like, hey, if we can't do the show, we want to, we just can't do the show, and we apologize. And so
it's grown so much.
Yeah.
Like even since I've been around.
I know. The lighting when we had you on was like terrible.
Yeah.
And I spent just a lot of time watching stuff and researching and just
some aperture lights, brother.
It's just an aperture dome, but it's not a light.
I took one of my finals today, and one of the questions was like, what is the main light that goes on the performer? A, key light.
Yeah.
B, backlight. C, fluorescent.
Oh my god.
Or D, none of the above.
Oh my gosh.
I got an A on the exam.
Oh, you knew it was key light, right?
Of course it's key light. Key
I was
light?
like, backlight? Come on, the main light that goes. Was this a Go Paul quiz or a test?
Close.
was it?
Stevens. I'm glad that you know Go Paul, though.
I've got a very interesting story about NGU.
I would love to hear it.
So I don't know who Steven is.
Stevens, he's
Sounds
been
like
there
a good
probably
guy.
just as about as long as Go Paul. He's a good dude.
Is he familiar with the after school program productions?
Dude, no. And
Oh.
it infuriates me because I'm constantly like dropping hits. Because
Yeah.
he'll bring something up in class and be like, Chase, you need to pay attention. I'm like, bro,
You're like, we just
I went viral last weekend, brother. 3 videos
calm
dropped.
down, man. Oh man. So when I worked at Papa John's delivering pizza, a girl that I used to go to church with was like, she was in the mass comm at NGU, and I didn't go to NGU,
Right.
but she was like, hey, Go Paul, who's the mass comm professor.
Yeah.
She was like, hey, he's doing he's gonna do like a premiere class once, an hour a week for like 5 or 6 weeks. You should come. So I went to the first one. And I was like, man, Go Paul, what a character. And I just remember thinking like, wow, what a real university. A real little old me in a big university for free. And I only went to one class. And my boss at the pizza place was like, we need you working in the mornings. So I couldn't go. And I felt so
saved you.
bummed. Yeah, I
saved
know.
you some time.
I know. It was she. Shout out to my old boss. She was bipolar.
Yeah, so is Go Paul.
So I just yeah.
He's the
for
reason
one-
I switched my major because I was a broadcast major.
We're not here to crap on people.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. We
The
should do a
PD
better
took over
thing.
me for a
Yeah, yeah.
second. Buy me shoes.
But anyways, long story short, I thought I had an opportunity. I was like, man, I could have learned so much more. But then after seeing so many people go through, all these universities locally, they're like, no, you're good. You're good. And, it kind of worked out.
Yeah, YouTube's the best instructor, brother.
YouTube alum. Class of YouTube 2020. Woo! YouTube U. We're going to read some emails. Wait a sec. Were we going to talk about anything else?
I wasn't told of anything.
How have you been?
I'm good, dude.
You as Chase, not PD.
Right. I'm sore.
From what? Did you
I
wrestle the other day?
last weekend. Yeah, man. For the first time in 3 years.
Why?
I didn't know I was going to. I showed up because all my friends were down. Like they were doing like this one big last show.
Where at?
It was in North Carolina.
Okay.
But like all of my buddies from like New York and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and just everybody was down. So I was like, I'll go hang out.
Yeah.
I get there and I'm wearing like a hoodie and jeans. And they're like, Chase, you going to wrestle? And I got kind of like overwhelmed by like the energy. And I was like, yeah, of course.
Of course I'm going to wrestle.
So I'll take it easy. I'll do some comedy spots. I'll have some fun.
Yeah.
But there's something about the second you get in front of a crowd, man. I got to show off.
Dang.
I was flying all over the place, flipping around.
And then you realize you're 97 years old.
Yeah. I woke up the next morning, bro, and I was just like,
Dude. I'm so like anti-pain. Like I'm just
Anti-pain?
I am so anti-pain. Like I like sometimes I used to go to the gym or I'll like bike or something and I'll always go hard. You know what I mean? Where I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm biking up. There's like this huge hill in the neighborhood. I'm like, I'm biking up the hill. No stops. I'm
biking
as an
right up.
asthmatic. I'm biking up. No stops. No inhaler.
no inhaler.
Yeah, legit.
Like that'll make you stronger.
Dude, I know. No, seriously.
Will
You
it really?
should. No. Well, yeah. I mean, just kind of clear your lungs. But I'm asthmatic, so I don't get as much air to my
Oxygen,
lungs.
right.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm biking up. Dude. No inhaler, no water, whatever. No stops, no stops. All of me, all Lance Armstrong, all of me. Let's
Just
go,
steroids.
baby.
Just steroids.
Dude, I remember I got. Was this mid quarantine? No, this was like last year. This is before we had a baby. I went and I remember I came back and I just laid like a starfish in our bed. I was like, oh. And Grace's like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I don't know. I think I need my inhaler.
dying.
I think I'm dying. I got back home and I was like,
What were you doing?
I just was biking. I just biked. I biked up the hill. I did too much in one day.
Up the hill, no water,
no
water,
inhaler. No inhaler. All me.
Lance Armstrong.
And no, not for me. So ever since I'm like, I'm not, even when I had surgery on my eye the other day, it's called strabismus surgery. You look it up. It's kind of cool. Modern technologies come a long way. Guys, my surgery specifically is streaming right now on Twitch, twitch.com/Shama's left eye.
People do that.
Yeah, I know, dude. People are stupid.
My sister is a forensic anthropologist major. She's very smart.
Okay.
She
I don't
wants to
even
be
know
like-
what that means.
She can work on dead bodies,
Okay.
stuff like that, and she'll watch like live streams of people doing surgeries and stuff.
What's up, guys?
It's your
Sup?
boy.
It's your boy. Today we've got a corpse. Today we're gonna slice open another dead body.
We're about to put the fun in funeral.
Funeral.
And when they say let's get into it, they really mean
Let's get in. Like what the? I cannot stand this stream. Oh man,
people donating.
Dude, this okay. So that were you gonna say anything else about your sister?
No, that's it.
So she just watches streams.
Yeah,
Is that legal?
Yeah, like doctors do it. Doctors will stream surgeries, and med students can watch it and learn.
Okay, so it's people who are is it just dead bodies?
It could be like, say you signed a release when you went into
Yeah.
your eye surgery.
It's like, yo, do you mind?
Yeah.
And then they're like, I mean, no. Cool, go ahead, Doc. And they're like, what's up, guys? It's your boy, Doc. It's your boy, Doc 1997, B-Ball boy. We back here in the room. I'm about to slice open this man's liver.
I don't think they talk.
Oh, they don't. Oh, it's
I
just
think
like
they just set up a
stalwart.
camera and they do the surgery.
Guys, if you're gonna research it or not, don't change your mind. Let's all just believe that they're like, smash that sub if you like the content.
Smash the like
I'll be slicing bodies every Tuesday, Thursday for the rest of the year. New videos every week.
It's like that the Dr. Pimple Popper show.
Yeah, people love
disgusting.
that. Yeah, people love that stuff.
I hope it gets canceled.
Me
I hate
too.
it.
Yeah, I can't. I don't understand.
Disgusting.
Dude, this reminds me. I've never said this on the episode before, but I went to college with a guy named Daquan who was black, and Daquan thought he just thought the so highly of me. He was a great guy. He was a great guy, and
he loved me. I love him.
He loved me. He loved me.
Great guy.
Great guy. I don't ruin that. I still want to make that sketch. Have I told you about that?
No.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay.
Great guy. Anyways, he was like, he had 2 younger twin sisters, and he was like, dude, you should start talking to my sister. And I was like, Daquan, like, bro, I love you, man, but
That's weird.
no, but he was like, my sister like goes to church. You're a great guy. I think y'all be great. He genuinely, he didn't think it was anything weird. He was just like, we went to Bible college, and he was like, dude, my sister, like you'd really like her or whatever. And his sister wanted to be a mortician.
Yeah.
And this was back when
That was a deal breaker for you.
Hold on. That wasn't a deal breaker. Get your money, boo.
Job security. People will always
die. Money, boo. People always dying.
I really
Anyways, so this was back with like T9 texting or whatever, and you remember like so she had a signature.
Oh no.
So she also was like a great singer too. So
okay.
And her signature with every text was, I'm a singing mortician. No joke. So I texted this girl for a few months, and it'd be like, good morning, I'm a singing mortician. And it'd be like, oh, hey, what's going on, Audrey? How you doing? And she'd be like, nothing much, just about to go get breakfast,
I'm a singing mortician.
And after I was like, yeah, honestly, guys, I don't even know if I like formally was like, maybe this is a
ghosted her?
That's a strong term. This is also like 10 years ago.
Well, she is a mortician. She has to deal with ghosts.
Yeah.
Dude,
if anything, I helped her experience. No.
I couldn't date a mortician. The puns. Hey, boo.
Yeah. I've been dying to see you. What?
You are drop dead gorgeous.
Oh, babe, you're killing me. What's like, please come on, stop. Oh man, yeah. So that's just, I think about that story a lot, and I'm like, that doesn't sound real. Every time I think about it, I'm like, I dated a girl who was a singing mortician, and her signature was I'm a singing mortician.
My signature was always the initials of whatever girl I was dating at the time.
Just the initials of her?
Yeah, so it would be like
just with everybody?
Dude, everybody.
Just with everybody, bro?
You got to remember, when that stuff was going on, I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
So I was 11.
Okay.
Very immature.
It was a different time. It was a different time. Everybody just thought like, yeah, this is what we do. This is what we do.
It was on there. It was for us to do.
So what was your signature like?
It would be I, and then it would be the little bracket, the sideways V.
Sideways V.
Then a 3, so I heart.
Yeah, okay.
And then the initials of whatever girl I was dating, which changed weekly.
Yeah.
Half of Malden.
They're like, what's Chase's signature this week?
He's like, oh, there's a new one.
Tune in next week for a whole new signature from the resident player. Let's read an email, man.
All right, cool. This is my first time reading an email.
You know, hold on a second. Well, I was gonna phone the boy in real quick. Let me.
PD.
Oh shoot! I just butt dialed somebody. Not really, but that was with my finger. But you get it.
That doesn't happen often anymore.
It doesn't. It happens to me all the time, man.
Really?
I'll be like, my bad. Oh, they're like, hey, what'd you say? It just sounded like rustling, and I'm like, that was my pants. Sorry about that.
Your son called me one time.
Yeah.
Your son
yo,
called
what's up? And I was like, oh, my bad, man. My son.
Yeah.
But it was stupid because he was like way too young to know how to call anybody. So then I was like, yeah, it was my son. I hope he believes me.
I did.
Now I gotta text Michael Gibbons. Didn't mean to call you, man.
Michael Gibbons.
Yeah.
Does he go by Gibbs?
He's a girl, man. I don't know. He just goes by Michael, I guess. Let's check in on an email.
I'm over here asking about his nickname.
You know, what's Mikey Gibbs?
Go by Gibbs.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Rip PD.
Yeah, I know, man. Okay, let's. I'm gonna have you read an email real quick here, and then we're gonna.
So, is this technically my 5th time as a guest, or is this like not count since I'm PD?
I guess, man.
Because I'm the 5th time, man.
I feel like you're gonna enjoy reading. Yeah, this is your 5th time.
Yeah.
Who are you competing with now?
In a year, it's me, Jonathan.
Okay.
PD's dad.
Okay.
And I think maybe Drew.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let me have you read this right here. I forget that, you know, the people are like, hey, I gotta, you gotta bring me back on. I'm like, dude, my bad, man. Like, this show is so disorganized.
Sorry, Chase is booked again.
We got Chase for the 17th time this year, boy. Let's go.
No, literally, all 5 times been this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's been a year.
And the year is almost over. Man, I meant to put a Christmas tree up, guys. Hey, Merry Christmas to all.
Yeah.
Smash that subscribe button right now, guys, if you're listening.
If you love
follow
Christmas.
us on twitch.com/Church Stories Christmas Vacation. Go ahead. The subject for that. Read the subject. I think it's one of my favorites.
Packing for Christ.
Packing for Christ.
I already can tell I'm going to like this one. This is, can I say the name of who sent it?
Yeah.
This is from Caleb Cox.
Caleb Cox.
All right. So I was listening to the podcast from November 24th.
Okay.
And, well, he said with, but then he didn't say who.
Okay.
So I don't know who we're talking about. And when y'all started talking about gun stuff, it made me recall a guest speaker. Oh, I think this is when we were talking about Chekas.
Yeah.
It made me recall a guest speaker that came to my youth group in high school. At the time, I was living in Kenya as a missionary kid, and that particular weekend, there was a volunteer team in town working with my youth group leader. So naturally, my youth leader decided to have the leader of this volunteer team come to be a guest speaker and give us a lesson. Casual stuff.
Casual stuff.
So far, so good.
Yeah.
Now, this guy was probably in his late 30s.
Okay.
His head was clean shaven with a car wash tire shine add-on. So real shiny. He was wearing a sports hoodie, hiking boots, and long-legged cargo pants that no doubt zipped off at the knees in case you got to go.
Unless you,
shorts.
In case you got shorts. Like pants. Hold up. Shorts. That should be the commercial for those. That should be like
Do they
3
make
seconds
those
long.
still?
They still make it, dude.
I bet they sell them at like Cabela's.
Yeah. That's all they sell. Guns, fishing pole, and pants shorts. Yeah, Jinx.
Did we just become best friends?
Yeah. Did we just become co-hosts? I'm sorry, Petey.
Okay. You know, the I'm a man's man Doolith Trading Post starter kit.
Okay.
Now, I don't recollect how he got off on the tangent, but at some point he started talking about what he would do if an intruder ever broke into his house. What followed was some stereotypical slogan along the lines of, my family's protected by two people, Smith and Wesson.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Or something like that. Something of equal merit.
Yeah.
Then he proceeded to tell us that in the state he resided in, there was what is called a castle doctrine law, which pretty much means that you can shoot someone that has forcefully intruded into your place of dwelling.
Yeah.
Our state has that.
Okay.
Yeah. It was certainly an odd story, given the setting, and he must have forgotten that, because he followed it up by saying, you can only shoot people inside your house, so if the intruder was able to make it to his front yard, he planned to shoot them in the back and drag them back inside, making it look like it happened inside.
And you're like, is that perjury or is that committing to?
Yeah,
that's.
Let's keep going.
Okay, let's keep going. There's a lot of red flags.
The daggers in my youth leader's eyes at that moment are forever etched in my mind.
No.
It became a running joke with my friends for a good while, and sadly, it is the only thing I remember from his talk.
Oh, man.
However, as I sit here and write this, I'm realizing something for the first time. Here I am, 13 years later, an everyday gun-toting American that lives in the state with the same law and sleeps with a gun beside my bed. I think it's safe to say he came that day with the purpose of planting seeds of salvation, but ended up planting a seed of freedom. And let me tell you, boys, I have been redeemed. Cheers, Caleb Cox.
Oh, thank you, Caleb. So he owns a gun now? Is that what he was saying?
And he sleeps beside it every night. I don't know. All right.
Interesting.
I'm curious as to what enemies he has to where he sleeps with a gun beside his bed. You know what I mean?
You know,
like my dad keeps his in the safe.
Yeah, I think I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but my favorite part about people who own weapons is just how sure they are of things are going to go in their favor if something happens. You know, it's just like you can just tell when somebody's watched too many Rambo films.
It's like you very well might miss.
Yeah.
And the professional criminal,
yeah,
probably better.
I mean,
probably better at it.
You know, it's just there's just a lot of like just belief in self. You know, that I'm like.
You have a lot of confidence.
Well, it's like all those people who were like making a bunch of COVID jokes early on.
Yeah.
And then they like, you know, it'd be like, I'm not bringing COVID, blah, blah, blah. And then the next picture would be like their obituary.
Yo.
And I'm like, look, man, if you talk a big game, you better be right.
God's got a sense of humor, man.
That's it, man. That's all I'm saying.
It's like the people who are like so sure that they would survive the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, bro, you have contacts. What happens if you lose one? You're done.
There's a it's like there's a very interesting book. I'm not a prepper, but I need to preface this by saying that I'm not a prepper, and I don't like when people tell me to prep just because I drink like almond milk and stupid stuff. Like, all right, like I'm drinking. What am I gonna do? Go out of my way and like stock up on. I don't know what to prep.
Beans.
I don't even eat the same thing from week to week.
Yeah.
You know, I switch it up so often that what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna buy a 50-pound sack of rice. Just thinking, how do I know that I'm gonna eat rice for what an extended period of time?
Yeah, what if we know? How do we not know that that's what causes the zombie
That's what
apocalypse?
I'm saying. Like, nobody's ever like, yeah, I'm a prepper. I've got like 3,000 bags of pizza rolls. It's always just like rice and beans and corn. Like,
It's
all right,
preservatives.
all right,
It's
corn.
preservatives. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm not a prepper, but this guy I used to work with, I can't remember his name, man. I know he's a ginger, though. Gary? His name was
Gary the Ginger.
Is that racist?
I don't think so. It's
It's bad that I couldn't remember his name, and I was like, I remember his hair and beard color. So Gary, he was a prepper, gun toting, and he was like, dude, you need to start prepping. And I was like, dude, whatever. And at the time, we both worked at a pizza place, and he was like, dude, you should read this book or listen to this book called 1 Second After. And I was like, oh, bet. Okay. And the book, it's really interesting. It's a novel about a guy and his daughters, and I think his mom, who live in the Black Mountains of North Carolina.
Right.
And an EMP strikes, which, an EMP, if it struck over like Kentucky, people say, it would knock out everything with a motherboard over the
span of
North
several
America.
states. Yeah.
So like all of America,
the country.
So, and what ended up happening in the book is that's an EMP strikes, and then it's like everything, cell phones. The only things that work are like old tractors and ham radios. And so the book starts with like 1 second after. This book is called 1 Second After, and it like documents a whole year of that. It's a super interesting book.
It's fictional, right?
Yeah, it's fictional. I highly recommend it. If you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
but then they talk about, just like how grocery stores are only stocked up for like a week, and pharmacies are only stocked up for like a week or two. So if you're like, I wear contacts, and you're like, I'm a prepper, like, dude, unless you've got, worst case scenario, I don't know. I mean, I'm on medicine.
If COVID was the zombie apocalypse,
yeah,
the grocery stores were gone. We wouldn't have made it.
Yeah, I know, man. That's this was almost like a test. I feel like this whole COVID thing was like and
we failed.
We failed royally,
like
dude.
Bad.
Like people were stocking up toilet paper and stuff, and I was like, "What?
It was the preppers. They're like, this is a zombie apocalypse.
Like, that's happening." I don't know, man.
Like the same people that be like, if the Hunger Games was real, man, I'd win, man.
But it's just, I think. Let me say this. I think we are projecting our personalities. Do you know what I mean? This is what I've got to say. Is that like my personality is like, I'm not in control, man.
Yeah.
Like if something, that's fine.
I'm pretty confident I would make it halfway. I'd make it halfway.
What about what would happen halfway?
I would make it the beginning.
Okay.
I would clear the beginning. Easy.
Okay.
Not even worried about it.
Yeah.
Not even a problem. I think my issues would come in when it gets really cold.
Yeah.
And it's nighttime. Someone could be killing you at any moment. You're
mental,
scared. Yeah. I think at that point I would just be like, I don't even care anymore. Just kill me.
Man, this is why Leonardo DiCaprio lived in like a horse carcass for a Revenant, man. He knew. He was like,
that Oscar.
Guys, I'm going in, guys. Yeah. I'm going in.
I need that Oscar so bad.
And guys, you can catch Leonardo DiCaprio splitting a horse in half on twitch.com/Dr. Leonardo DiCaprio, guys. It's streaming right now. It's like, what up, guys? That was a good email, though. Do we want to read something else, man?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's a good segue. Packing for Christ. And guys, if you're wondering how that was spelled, PACKIN,
comma to the top.
Yeah, comma to the top.
Yeah.
Let me give the boy PD a call real quick here.
Oh man, what if my phone started ringing?
Like, wait a minute. Let's give him a call real quick. I'm gonna FaceTime him when he picks up.
Hey, what's up?
Hold on a second. I'm FaceTiming you, dog.
Is this the podcast?
Yeah, man.
This is the podcast, brother. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're in darn. I'm gonna stream. This man was in darn Enrique headset.
Is it a VR
He's
thing?
in the VR world.
Yeah, I was in Skyrim.
Really?
Yeah.
How you feeling, dog?
I mean, I'm feeling fine, honestly.
Have you had any symptoms?
A little, yeah. Like, well, I feel like Corona is like flirting with me, but it won't commit because I.
Wait a second. So, in this scenario, do you just want Corona to just take you out? Like, what do you?
Well, I'll cough for like 30 minutes, and then I won't cough for the rest of the day, or I'll blow my nose twice, and then I just won't again. And I'm like, come on, let's fight, Corona. Like, why are you?
When I had it, the only symptoms I had was I lost my taste and smell. That was it.
Dang.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got the rapid test today, and it was negative, but they still told me to stay alone for like the week.
Where did you get the rapid test at?
Doctor's Care in Berea.
Oh, Berea.
Man,
yeah, I wouldn't trust it either.
Was that Dr. Kiss?
Yeah,
were they like, hey, honey, what you think you got that COVID? Come on, sweetie. And they're like, we won't say nothing. Here's a negative test, sweetie. We won't say what? That is not this works.
Go back to work, darling.
You're good, honey. Where you need that money? Go get paid, boo. What? Get out of here.
Don't be broke for Christmas.
I didn't like the way that the woman gave me the test. She was she did a circle in my nose.
Yeah, that's how they. Well, I had to do it myself, which was uneasy.
Really?
They're like,
Yeah.
get in there, dog. Get in
They
there.
were like, no, further. And I was like,
It was less painful when I did the one in Cherrydale.
yeah.
I'm still waiting for that test result.
Yeah.
hey.
Wow, dog. Hey, we're just we read an email here. We miss you. Hey, look at the video setup, PD.
Whoa.
Right? We're like a real
Crazy.
studio now, buddy.
Yeah.
Can you believe
so
that?
Weird.
I know.
Yeah. So, and being on the podcast via FaceTime is super weird.
I know, man. Hey, we miss you. But good thing we got the guest PD.
I'm here for you, buddy.
I mean, and hey,
Week one of / question mark.
if I don't get the virus, I'm starting to think I'm invincible because
You can't be killed.
This man beat mono. If he beats COVID,
You do mono in a week.
cancer's like, hold up. Mono and COVID, let's find another body.
that's what I'm thinking. Because when I got mono, I was told by all the doctors a minimum of 2 weeks, and I was fine in 5 days. So, I mean, that's the first signs I'm immortal. And then the second,
It's thanks to those Mormon elves, man.
What is this? What is this? A PowerPoint? And Exhibit A and Exhibit B is COVID. Potentially inhabited in my body? Question
well, no,
mark.
but here's the thing: I kissed somebody who got the coronavirus.
You can just say her name,
And
dude.
we're-
For
We
a
know.
second, I was like, who did he kiss?
I was like, wait a second.
Does his girlfriend know?
All right, yes.
Lauren's
has
not gonna. I was it. Lauren, check your mans. She doesn't listen. Lauren, get your mans.
All right, so Lauren got COVID.
Yeah.
Right.
And before she knew it, I kissed somebody with COVID, and if I don't get it, then
You're invincible,
I do think
bro.
I'm invincible. Yeah.
I feel like this
Makes
is,
sense to me.
there's gonna be so many people who listen to this podcast who are like homeschoolers who are like, oh, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it, PD. PD kissed a girl, and Shama's got one baby and a baby on the way, which means he's had sex at least twice. Oh my God.
Only twice.
Twice. This body, I might give this podcast an explicit rating.
Just for your joke. I don't want to ever hear you get on to me.
Is there anything else you wanted to say? I mean, you're going to listen to this whenever it airs, PD.
Yeah, I'm very curious about
You haven't missed
how it
much.
went without me.
We read an email. We did a bit. We read an email.
We're just chilling,
Ripped
man.
some stories. You know. The
I talked about wrestling. You missed it, man.
talked about wrestling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it.
Well, I guess I'll just continue to be really paranoid throughout the week if anything happens to me.
Dude,
Don't worry, man. I'm
Just
here for
one
you.
cough, and I'm like, oh, yep, it's happening. It's time.
So, yo, death is weird, man. 'Cause it's like, death is wild because, like,
That is crazy, bro.
one minute you just existing, and then the next minute you're
gone.
not. You're not. Come on. Yeah. And another thing too is like COVID. It's kind of like, man, it'd be, we all joke about like, yeah, COVID's out here, I'm not trying to catch it. But then a part of you's like, what if you do? And you're like, I better not. Like, I don't have my affairs in order. You know what I mean? You're like, I don't.
Yeah.
Who am I gonna bequeath my stuff?
I was already thinking about
Dibs
all
on
the
the
things
videos.
that I would do if I had 2 weeks to do nothing. I was like, I'm going to watch these 2 New Japan tournaments that I missed. I'm going to watch a bunch of football games. I'm going to read a couple books that I have that's
Wow.
sitting around.
Read it.
But I don't think I'm going to get that time now. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have COVID.
Well, I mean,
what a
you
bummer.
just tell everybody you're positive.
You'd be like, guys, I mean, really wish somebody would get me, I don't know, like a
Just
big bouquet of flowers or something.
Go hang out with Lauren for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, well, I don't want you to
I don't
die.
actually.
Morbid it would be now if you died. Could be like, does anybody have any video evidence of PD before he passed away? And I gotta pull up this podcast. Like, yeah, we FaceTimed him on the show where he was sick and joking about it.
Hey man, it would do great for my career though.
Yeah.
I'd be here every week.
Yeah, you take over.
It would be like, man. But listen, dude, you're gonna bounce back. We will rebuild.
Yeah.
And by rebuild, I mean rebuild a new PD. What is it?
And
what is it? Come on, just dead eyes and long hair.
Dead eyes and long hair. That's my autobiography.
The one about dead eyes and long hair. There it is.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's terrible. PD, guys, if you're wondering, PD and I have known each other for a decade, so we can make jokes like that and eat Cracker Barrel together.
Did y'all eat Cracker Barrel recently?
We've eaten Cracker Barrel too many times together in the past. We haven't been in a minute, but we got to take you some time.
I would love to go. I would love to.
We're like old pastors at Cracker Barrel. We just gossip about other people. Yeah, man, I had eye surgery, bro.
I just saw that Denzel tear coming down.
Yeah, that Denzel tear coming down from these brand new Ray-Bans. That's right, guys. I went the whole episode without mentioning my brand new Ray-Bans that I got at the mall today. I told Grace after I get my new eyes fixed.
You look like Jamie Foxx in the Ray Charles movie.
Imagine all this. Is that one of their songs? I don't know.
That's John Lennon.
Hey guys, this is why PD's important. No, wait a second. What is that Stevie Wonder? You can feel it all over. You can. That's him. Sorry, man. I did a John. I mean, at this point, does the podcast need even to continue? I made a golf reference, and then earlier that I don't understand, and then also I accidentally thought freaking Ray Charles had a John Lennon song.
Hit.
Yeah, John Lennon.
John Legend?
Lennon. Sorry, my bad.
All right, dude.
All right, cut it off.
Hey, PD, we need you now more than ever.
Yeah,
the show needs you
I
now
just
more
want
than
to
ever.
say to the listeners, I don't actually want to get COVID, and and if I do, I'm going to give y'all 4 guys. I mean, if I never come back to the podcast, I'm going to nominate 4 hosts, potential hosts, and y'all guys will vote for the Churchy Award.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you want to nominate them right now or later?
Oh, sure. All right. If I die,
Okay.
Tiny if.
Jonathan
guys.
Wright,
Okay, Jonathan Wright.
Chase,
Thank you.
Chase.
Robert, and Drew.
Okay, yeah, that's a good.
Okay. Yeah. If dog, come on, dog, guys, it's getting
Don't
real
get too excited.
morbidy in here.
Hey man, I survived it. You can
Don't
survive
get
it.
too excited about
PD's
the
invincible.
possibility.
Yeah, when he said Chase, you were like, yes, God, yeah, God,
Dude,
COVID, do your thing.
I've been waiting for the call since he told me he had COVID, man.
Man, hey, PD, take care, man. Get well soon. I can bring you some ice cream or something. Can I do that?
Oh, sure.
Can I get COVID by knocking on your door?
Knocking
dude.
on COVID's door.
We'll do contactless delivery.
Ooh. Contact. Is that where I just pop my trunk and honk? And you run out in your pink bathrobe and get it? Hey, all right, dope, man.
Oh man.
Hey, I'm gonna let you go, dog.
All right. Adios.
See you,
Adios.
PD.
See you, Chase.
I keep saluting PD. I feel like that's a bad sign for things to come.
You're like, gosh, now more than ever. I'm just tears stream down under my Ray-Bans. Gosh,
Bro.
they're polarized. Hey, yeah. Well, hey, this has been a great episode.
Hey man,
Let's recap.
I had fun.
You cosplayed PD. A little too much life in the eyes, though.
Yeah, hold on. Let me give you my best PD. Hold on one second.
Hold on. Hold on. Just a little more mellow. Yeah. Just. Yeah. 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 Now do a punchline.
You got to set me up. Set me up. With that.
Yeah, I mean, and her signature was "I'm a singing mortician,"
and yeah, Shama wouldn't let me wear my pajamas.
Hey, that's a PD. That's a PD line. And yeah. People ask me like, "Is PD okay?" And I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like, do I need to
wait? Do I need to check on PD?
Do I gotta do I do a podcast with him. I'm pretty sure I know he's okay.
Dude, he's funny.
Yeah, PD's hilarious.
He texts me only from the hours of 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. That's it. So if I don't stay up, I don't hear from PD.
Yeah. It's a commitment. Being friends with PD. It's a job.
Yeah, man.
Rewarding one though. Hey, let's wind down. Okay. I don't even know what to do, man. Great. This is the first time I guess we've done the podcast in like the full setup that I've wanted to do.
I got this. I'm PD here. Let's do some what was it called?
Praise reports?
Praise reports.
Yeah. Praise reports. Yeah, let's do some praise reports. What is my praise report? Guys, I finally have stereo vision. And my eyes had been jacked up for so long that I did not realize that I had really bad vision. So when you close an eye, like nothing's supposed to like hop. You know, if you close one eye, if you're looking at an object, it should be like pretty stable. I did not have that for years.
Yours was jumping.
Yeah, it would like jump. Yeah. And I had terrible like depth perception. I remember playing like volleyball in the evening with people, and like the ball would hit me in the face and stuff, and people would be like, "Dude, what happened?" And I'm like, I couldn't see it. And it was actually like a medical condition that I needed surgery for.
Like everybody was laughing at you, but little did they know.
I can't believe you missed that. And I'm like, me? I know, right? Freaking, I meant to do that. No. It was a bit. I had terrible. Yeah, I was like, you know, B guys, you know that bit where I pretend to be bad at something? Come on.
Yeah, I do it every time we're in a video, baby.
Yeah, so super thankful. It's frig to be able to drive and watch TV and watch my son play and not see two of him. Grace, but when I came back,
soon there will be two.
There will be two. Yeah, when I came back from the surgery, Grace was like, "What did she say?" She had a really funny joke. Man, my wife is so funny. I'd mentioned something about having double vision for so long. She was like, "So did you just think you were married to two of me for forever?" And I was like, "Gosh darn it." That was good. I was like, "No, yes, but no. Shut up."
You're making me think too hard.
Yeah. But that's my praise report, man. If you've seen me with a patch on Instagram and you've prayed, thanks.
Yeah, it was like the post a picture of you and then a random note.
Yeah.
I was like, what does he have on his eye?
Man, recovering a patch. I woke up and Grace was in the room. And she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Get me a hook." That was my first thought. I was like, I'm gonna need a hook to go along with this patch.
When I had surgery,
what'd you have surgery on?
The tendons in my hand.
Dude, you like slice it open on something?
I went through a window when I was wrestling, sliced every tendon in my hand.
Sheesh.
But when they put me on the loopy stuff, I just started singing a parody of that. The "I can't feel my face when I'm with you."
Yeah.
But I was like, "I can't feel my hand when I'm with you, because you're my surgeon." And they were like, "We're about to do surgery, son. Like, go to bed."
This is funny, but this is a serious matter that you can catch right now on hand surgery at twitch.com /hand surgery.
Yo, you're killing these bits, man. You're killing the bits. The last time we were on set for that So Crispy thing, and they were trying to get us to be quiet, and we were just dying laughing at ourselves. No one else was laughing.
That's because we were doing. That's one of my favorite bits.
He's improv-ing over here.
He's improv-ing. And somebody would do something like, "Oh, wow, he's improv-ing over here." I said that's so much fun. And then we're also doing the character, which is it's a middle-aged, slightly overweight, bob haircut Christian female agent.
Yeah.
Who's like, "Sweetie, you got it. I see the Spirit of the Lord all over you every time you act. I saw your headshot, and I knew it. You was anointed. I'm going to put you in something TBN called TV8 cult. Guess who they want?
You.
You know that new Unplanned movie about the girl with the baby in the womb and the baby? That could have been you. You could have played the boyfriend.
A 25-year-old black man.
Who's fighting for you? Me. Who's fighting for you? Me. It's just like anytime you want to fire her.
Just me and the Lord.
Just me and the Lord, who wakes up at 5 a.m. and prays that you burst through in Hollywood. Me.
And then I think it hit a little over the dude we were with because he kind of stopped laughing after a while. He was like,
"What is this kind of concept?" Like, like who always times when I get 20% off of gigs that you get, and I pay you the money, and you give me 20%, and I take 10% of my 20% and give it to the Lord. I do. Like what? Come on. Yeah, that was a good
funny.
bit. That is my praise report was my eye.
That's a good one.
How about you?
I don't know, dude. I felt accomplished lately.
You've been nailing it at school, man.
I
been really
have,
good.
and that's not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not the guy who passed New Testament 3 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the guy that failed it 3 times.
You didn't pass it. You're like, you know what I would love to do again. New Testament.
Didn't get enough of it.
Yeah.
Grades are good. Got my headshots.
Hey, yes, you did. Yes.
I was
You
in
put
3
them up on-
videos.
what is it called? Did you put them up on?
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm waiting until I can get my reel together.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get it figured out.
I was in 3. The Chase Bridges Triple Threat Weekend.
The
feature.
Chase Bridges season. No vowels. Season. Chase Bridges
I don't know.
season.
Yeah. It's been a good year.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of stuff with you guys.
I hate my emotional well-being being tied to content, because when I'm in stuff I feel accomplished, and when I'm not in stuff I'm like, I am scum. I am dirt. Why do people follow me? I should not even be on Instagram right now because I have nothing to provide.
I realized I might be a little narcissistic because the other day I was sitting there, I was like, no one's told me I'm attractive lately. What's
What
up
am I
with
doing
that?
wrong?
What's up with that?
You're like, hey, it's me, your agent. You know, I was just thinking, I was just in my prayer room, and I was thinking, you know who's attractive? You are. I've never wanted to play a big woman, like the Big Mama's house, but I just might. If somebody gives me an offer to play a Christian agent,
like a Medea,
I'm putting on that dress.
There was a while there where that was like peak comedy. The Nutty Professor, Medea.
But that was those guys that really, really crushed it too.
Yeah.
Those guys that, Eddie Murphy,
Robin
dude.
Williams. Eddie Murphy.
Oh, those guys are so
Ooh,
freaking
I did have one question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Because I was like, if I'm going to be a host, I need to have at least one in my pocket. What is your dream role?
Oh man,
like in a film or a show or something? Like, would you just want a sitcom and just ride that out for 8 seasons? Do you want to be Batman?
No, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know, because I've watched enough things where I'm like, oh, that's a really cool show. I enjoy watching it. I don't know if I'd want to be in it.
Yeah.
But then I also have worked crew on a bunch of projects, and so I'm like, this was a really fun project. I don't know if I'd want to be in it. I'd love being on behind the camera on it. And then, if your sitcom or whatever blows up, then you're locked in for 12 seasons.
I think
or
they
something.
sign you to 6
or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Do you have an answer?
I have one role that I would love to do, and that's I would want to be Robin in a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Robin, yeah. But I'm a huge comic book fan, so.
Other stuff. So another thing that I'm always thinking of too, but just because I've been on the casting side, is I'd love to fit in something, and I don't really know what I would fit in as. You know what I mean? Because more than anything, I don't want to be I'll be like a Black Panther, but then it's well, would I fit as a Black Panther? Or if I forced it, then I would just be a thing that nobody would want, because that's that's half of the battle of acting anyways, right? When
Looking
Ben
the
Affleck,
part,
I remember hearing he did an interview where he found out that when he got cast as Batman, his agents or whatever, they were like, hey, whatever you do,
don't look at the internet.
yeah, don't look at the internet. and he looked, and everybody was like, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck. That was legit. That was just headlines. It was Ben Affleck? Exclamation mark. Question mark. Exclamation point. We're like, what? Yeah, that was it. And we were like, oh, yikes.
Yeah.
So
He killed it, though. He killed
I mean, yeah, he did, man. He did.
That's the thing. If you're a good enough actor, dude, you can do anything.
And I do, I like sitcoms, but then sometimes I've watched a couple of guys on YouTube who do like reviews of sitcoms and jokes per minute, a bunch of that stuff, and I'm like, okay, well, that's okay. I think the more I have been in the entertainment industry, the more I'm like, I really would like to have control over like the jokes that I make and I say.
So you want to produce
and the characters. I want to produce,
right?
But that I'm not saying that out of like a selfish point,
right?
But I like what we're behind,
yeah.
right? Like what we do.
Yeah, it's fun.
And unless somebody really did give me an opportunity to be like, I've done some things. I'm not gonna I've been in some things where people are like, oh, we want you to do this, and then I'll watch it later and I'm like, I don't know who's wrong. Like I don't know if I sucked as an actor in it, you know what I mean, or
if it
they
sucked.
didn't prep me enough, or it just didn't. So that's the thing where I'm like, I just want to fit more than anything.
They offered you like a role in Stranger Things season whatever.
I auditioned for Stranger Things season 2.
I've heard that story.
Yeah.
But if they like offered you a part, you would do it.
I would love to read the script.
Always a professional.
Yeah, I would
Always
read the script. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
I would.
What kind of part do you think you would play? Teacher?
Man, I don't know.
Cool
man.
uncle?
I don't know. I think it's one of those things where, I think the last time, the only time I auditioned for Stranger Things, I think it was like researcher in the like whatever lab department. I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna be with the 11's dad up there pressing buttons and put all the screens or whatever.
Yeah.
So dude, acting is so freaking weird. Like you watch a show like that and you see one dude, he's like, I've got the coordinates, they're right here, they're coming towards us. that one dude, they probably auditioned like 37 people for that. And like even the girl, who's like a cashier, like, is that gonna be all for you? That girl, like a casting director saw 2,000 girls for that one. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like the more I watch shows and stuff, the more I'm just seeing opportunities that are out there, and I'm like, there's a few people whose careers I really like Daniel Kaluuya's Get Out, dope. And a bunch of those other things that he's done. I think he's super fun.
So you would do like a Jordan Peele movie?
I mean, if it was like wholesome.
That's right, because you don't.
Yeah, I don't want to do anything
straight off brand.
Yeah. Something like yeah. That, I mean, that's what I'm interested in more than anything. Just fitting in something, man. Yeah. So it just doesn't seem weird, Right. Like I've auditioned for stuff in the past, and like I'm like, I don't even believe this, And that's not a bad thing because you just can't. You can't like produce something that's like not in you. Yeah. So, oh my gosh, I one time did this really bad short film that somebody put me in. I played a crap.
Are you trying to decide if you should say it?
The only thing is like when I say it, people are going to try to find it online, and I'm just going to say it. I can't even remember the name of it, but I played. That's too much time too. Okay, so I played essentially a guy who was like the star high school basketball player. Yeah. And I go over to a girl's house who's my girlfriend. This is like a PSA also for like, purity and like wholesome relationships or whatever. Yeah. And I go over and to this girl's house, my girlfriend's house, and I'm like super I'm like super sweet, and I'm like super controlling, and I'm like, no, you can't hang out with her. And
the North Greenville special.
Oh my gosh. And it was this very sweet black girl who was like my co-star, and dude, I didn't have it. Yeah. I'm not a jerk. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? So the whole, like I'm doing the scene and they're like, they're like, oh, like she's going to order a pizza and you snatch the menu out of her hand.
Oh, I think you've told me about this.
And they're like, and you got to be like, no, you can't hang out with her. And the whole time I'm like, oh yeah, you can't. What do you mean? You're mine, baby girl. Like those were some of the lines were like,
you belong to me now.
One of the lines was legit, as I'm about to leave, I'm like, man, see, I knew you wasn't about it. Man, I'm a star. Dude, seriously, this is one of the... Dude, I don't even know.
Did white people write it?
So here's one of the lines. We stand up, but we're going at it. Me and the girl, and I go, come on, I'm a star, baby. Any one of these ladies would love to get with all this. You just one of the ones I felt sorry for. I'm in a leather jacket, and I like, peace out. And the girl like crumbles into the couch and prays. And it's like, God, I'm trying to stay pure, God. But you keep testing me. I loved him. And that's like the short dude. And the whole time, like, I'm acting with this girl on the couch. And I remember the lady who was directing, she was like, no, you gotta like really, cause you gotta get in there. And I was like, I'm not a get in there type guy. Like, even when Grace and I kissed, I was like,
is it okay with you?
Could you sign here?
Hey man, we ain't taking
I'm
no
a
L's.
star, baby.
You know how many fly honeys would love to get with this?
You read my comments?
You just one of the ones I felt sorry for, baby.
But it's faux. One of the ones I felt sorry for,
baby. Who wrote it? White people wrote it?
No, it was black people who wrote it. It was a friend. It was like a friend of a friend. They were like, "Oh, you should get Shama for this."
That's so stereotypical.
And I was not good, dude. So, anyways, this was like 4 or 5 years ago. They finished editing it and they gave it to me on a DVD. They gave me the short film. It was about 4 minutes on a DVD. And I hid it in my room for about a year. Yeah, and I was still a youth pastor at the time. No, I worked on youth staff. And then one time I'd had a ton of like youth over, and I was like, guys, I gotta show you guys something. And I showed it to them, and I kid you not,
they all just looked at you like,
dude, no, one of the kids cried laughing so hard he like threw up.
Was it PD?
No, it was somebody else. PD seen it. Anyway, dude, that night they watched it like 20 times. It was only like 4 or 5 minutes. They were like, play it again. So anyways, I was like, okay, whatever, I'll put it up on YouTube.
I'm a star, baby.
I put it up on YouTube, and dude, I put it up on my YouTube, and it is very much private now. Anyways, dude, it was
though, right?
Yeah, see, man. Even just mentioning it now, people are gonna be like, "Dude, we've got to see. We got to see." It's gonna be
like your EP.
I know, man. I know. Okay, well, I might put it out for the church stories people. Okay. But yeah, so it was one of those things where I was in it, and like, dude, I was not I've never been like a star athlete.
Yeah,
I've never like
been a bad boy.
I'm gonna use the term like forced myself
on someone.
Yeah. So it was all these elements of like, they're like, oh, well, so now like we really want to portray that there are guys who act like this, and I'm like, okay, I'm not a guy who act like this. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like, so actors, being a good actor is one thing.
Yeah,
but when it comes to acting, you have to draw from experiences. If you've never done this before, then how are you supposed to know what to do?
I've gotten dumped and cried, so I'm definitely not the guy who's gonna be like,
crybaby, baby.
Come on, you're not hanging out with her. You mines. Like, that's mines now. You mines now. And then I give her a ring. So it's like one of those things where I just like vacillate between being like, no, seriously. I got you something. This is a symbol of my promise from me to you.
And then you throw it at her face.
And I'm like, take me my ring back, you know? So more than anything, like having like acted in a bunch of stuff, now more than anything, I'm like, hey, I just want to fit. Do you know what I mean?
You want to find your spot.
I want to find the spot. Man. Yeah.
This is going to sound weird. I had a dream.
Okay.
The other night, and I was like watching a show, and it was like, you were like one of the stars of the show, and it was awesome. That's when I texted you, I think, and I was like, "Hey, man, you're gonna do big things."
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
I really do hope so.
I know so.
I appreciate it, but you know, like you've been even just creating with us.
Yeah,
it is such a weird. It's such a weird. It's like a freaking cloud, you know, or like it's a fog where you're like, oh, I gotta get to that thing, and then when you're in the middle of the fog, you're like, what the heck? What am I in it? Is this it? I guess it's blowing up, right?
The worship song.
Yeah, you know,
VeggieTales
it's like
remix. Yeah.
All this. I mean, I've had multiple times or something like that where I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I guess we created something that for me, and I guess I fit in it, and people were like, oh, that dude fit. And he did, you know, and VeggieTales was like, hey, can you come to a show? So more than anything, it's like, I think it's one of those things that like, you don't really know until
you look back at it.
Until you're until you're like in the midst of it. And you're like, okay, great. That was really good. But now I'm also like, and I'll say no to a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I really don't want you to see that film, dude.
That's fine.
But I mean, I know you have to see it. Dude, my luck, PD's got it ripped on like 17 hard drives.
I guarantee you he has it somewhere.
My luck, PD probably has the DVD somewhere.
He took it from your house?
He was like, I knew it. I knew you'd deny this. Hey, let's wrap this up. This has been a great episode, though.
Thanks, man. I tried.
Yeah.
Tune in next week where we're going to be dissecting an arm live on stream.
Listen, you can either wait till the next Tuesday show, or you can go to twitch.com/Dr. Dr. Shama and Chase. We slicing open dead bodies. Let the bodies hit the floor. Somebody's gonna be listening, like a kid's gonna be listening to this, and their parents are gonna be like, "What are you listening to?
Garbage.
You're listening to somebody, a host who's kissed his girlfriend, and the other guy who's had sex at least twice? Turn it off. Turn it off." And a singing mortician was mentioned. This is explicit.
That is not God's way.
Why is he wearing shit? Why is his eyeball red?
I would watch a Muppet movie, a Muppet musical about a mortician.
Dude, I mean, Muppets can't. Yeah, Muppet. There's something. Have you seen the show? I think it's like The Muppets Now on HBO.
I haven't watched all of it, but I've seen.
How good is that?
It's awesome, dude.
It is just like it's like visual noodle soup.
I can't help but think of Freeland when I watch the Muppets.
Dude, I know. Dude, Freeland, that is like his. He would love to do, Muppets. Like puppeteering. But yeah, like, there's something about like puppet? Even humans and engaging with the puppet, like the chef, little chef segments,
dude,
where they're like, I'm gonna like, oh my god, that is so genius. It's genius, yeah. But guys, we've mentioned a bunch of stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. This has been Church Toys Podcast. Finish the saying, and you've been.
Dude, I'm blanking. I'm so sorry.
Been
awesome,
and you've been awesome.
Nailed it.
I'm Shama. This is
I'm Chase.
And PD was
dead.
On rest in peace. It's only funny if he's still alive after this. PD was on FaceTime. Great. We'll see ya. This is Shama signing. I don't feel that. I always feel like I need to end more powerfully
and together
and more than ever.
This has been Church Stories,
and you have been awesome.
Thank you.
More awesome in the past. I've said awesome, but today I mean more awesome than ever.
All right.
All right. See ya. An hour 14. That's not bad.
Oh man,
that's not bad for some dudes who just pressed record.
They want longer episodes.
Hey, that's true.
So that they don't remember. What is it that dude said? So I don't remember my miserable life.
You're like, dude.
I was like ripped to this guy.
You said the quiet part out loud.
Oh man.